Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory be to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone of the world. Blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning and teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. And the sincere hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahushai, especially in these last days. And it's going to be a quick video, very quick video, dealing with over here in the UK. And if your eyes are open, you can see that they're coming with more draconian measures and really indirectly aimed at, really the truth, and what we teach. Alright, because according to the Bible, the scriptures outline clearly, the natural order of the man and the woman, in the household. And on the news, BBC has come out and said that misogyny is to now be treated as extremism by UK government. Alright, now I'm just going to pull up the quick definition of the word misogyny. And it says misogyny, it says a dislike or contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women. Alright, let me read that one more time. It says misogyny, a dislike of contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women. Alright. And this is bullshit because we ain't against women. Brothers have got women, brothers have got children. Brothers are great dads. But they're painting it like we're just prejudiced against them. And, it's basically it's bullshit. And these draconian measures, they're using that to like I said, to aim at the truth, because ultimately what we teach is the natural order of things, which there's nothing wrong with that, because when you don't have order, you have chaos, especially when it comes to the household. Alright? So prejudice, the word prejudice says preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Well, that's what we do. We reason. When brothers get together, we reason, we talk. Okay, we reason about how the household is supposed to be. We reason about what's supposed to be done in the eyes of the true law, biblical law. And this is what makes them hypocrites, because they'll say this is a God-fearing country, but like King Charles, when he pretty much took the throne, didn't they have him kissing the scriptures? And that's why the scripture says that the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Alright, so it says a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Dislike, hostility, or unjust behavior deriving from preconceived and unfounded opinions. Dislike and hostility. We don't dislike women. This is what I'm saying. Is you see these play on words, and they're gonna get the people. They're gonna get their heartstrings pumping. They're gonna pull on the emotions of these people, and say that we dislike women, we're hostile against them, and this and that. No. But what we do teach, and what we won't shy of teaching, is the natural order of things. Okay? Because what this man says, it's alright for him to push feminism. It's alright for him to push his values and force it down our throats, and tell you that it's okay for your son to turn around to you and as a parent and say that he wants to be a girl, or for a girl to say that she wants to be a boy. It's alright for him to do that, but when it comes to biblical law, then it's classed as extremism, which is bullshit. So I'm going to get the first scripture here. This is Job chapter 20, and I think it's verse 4. And I ain't going to make this video too long. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? And it's clear to see that the wicked is in rulership over the earth. They've literally weaponized every form of life against us on the earth. Whether it be the food that we eat, the music that you listen to, everything's tainted. Everything's polluted, everything's poisoned. It says, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And a hypocrite means an actor. Alright, so this man, he'll come to you like he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He'll come to you like he's righteous, but really, he's got a dagger behind his back, and he's willing to poke holes in your flesh. And this is why we have to scream out, and we have to, pretty much warn, our people about this trickster, this hypocrite. Okay? So let's go back into this article from the BBC real quick. Where is it? Did I lose it? Let me see. Right, so misogyny to be treated as extremism by UK government. You know, and it was actually my woman that actually put me onto this, and I just see it actually come up on my timeline. You know, so it's all spiritual. You know, but this is what they're looking to do. And the scriptures speak about woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, man. It says extreme misogyny will be treated as a form of extremism under new government plans. Damn. So now everything, you know, you're extremist if you do anything. If you speak out, as long as you speak out against the government, you're an extremist now. And this is the reason why they had, you know, Tommy's boys and that. Coincidentally, he was over there, you know, tanning off. He was over there getting a suntan while all hell was breaking loose. And when he got questioned by, I think, who was it? Young Spray. Young Spray was asking him, look, what's going on? And he was like, look, these guys are hooligans. He threw his own followers under the bus, which was going into that yesterday. You know, and he's every time there's some sort of chaos, you know, over here in the UK, these so-called leaders of these people, or the leaders of the UK, they seem to be, coincidentally, they seem to be somewhere else, abroad, while all hell is breaking loose. It says extreme misogyny will be treated as a form of extremism under new government plans, Home Office has said. Yvette Cooper, the Home Secretary, has ordered a review of the UK's counter-extremism strategy to determine how best to tackle threats posed by harmful ideologies. Well, guess what's a harmful ideology? You wanting to chip people. That's a harmful ideology. You wanting to put, you know, you wanting to take, like, freedom of speech away, you know, freedom of movement. You know, you decreeing these unrighteous decrees, but these are not harmful ideologies. What you're doing to the earth, that's not a harmful ideology. Promoting alphabet people, promoting STDs, promoting same-sex marriages, promoting a man wanting to marry a tree or live like a dog. I mean, these are not harmful ideologies. Are you crazy? Promoting sodomy, Bruce Jenner's, promoting adultery in the rap community, in the music, in the movies, promoting LGBT in the movies. That's not harmful ideologies. And that's why, see, look, at the end of the day, we're here to be a defense for the gospel, man, and we can give a fuck about what any of you unbelievers say, and that's just what it is. Like, we're gonna stand up for righteousness no matter what, because we're not standing for this, man. Some of us have children to raise in this man's society, and if you really care, and if you really understand what you're having to navigate around, then as a real man, you will stand up and you will say something. That's why the scripture says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse, which I can get, which we read yesterday. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So the righteous are standing boldly. And really, this ain't of our own doing, you know. It's all through the Spirit, you know. We ain't controlling shit. This is just the Most High's movie. So you mean to tell me that the righteous ain't gonna stand boldly, you know, against this man's harmful ideologies? Of course they are. Just like righteous Lot, the scripture says that he was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. You know, and people be having dreams, people be having visions of chariots coming and beaming brothers up. You know, people be having all kinds of things. Like the Lord said he was pour out his spirit upon all flesh in these last days. So things are happening. You know, just not too long ago, I saw 7 chariots over my head just before I was about to start work. You know, and Esau knows that there's chariots out there. That's why they had to come out and make the Pentagon made the statement about the 144 chariot sightings. And they were having live streams and talking about it and stuff. But they'll have you believe that they're bubble heads in these ships. Little grey aliens and that with big heads and black eyes. You know? It's all bullshit. So back in the BBC, it says the analysis will look at hatred of women. You know, see, look how they, like I said, the heartstrings, hatred of women. Hatred of women. Are you crazy? Brothers love women. They love their women. What are you talking about? We don't hate women. You know what I'm saying? You people out there, you got men out there actually love. They actually hate women, because guess what? If you got men out there actually love men, is that not a hatred of women? But then when we speak about the alphabet community, that's they come at us for that. But then when we say, well, hold on a minute, man, like we push the natural order of things, is that hatred or is that love? And first of all, what's the biblical definition of love? Doing what the Lord said. 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of the Most High, and that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. This is what I'm saying. It's not grievous to a righteous individual. These commandments are not grievous to those that actually want a righteous state on the earth. But to someone that actually wants a wicked vibration on the earth, it is going to be grievous to them. And that's why the scripture says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. So when you speak uprightly in this society, guess what? You're going to be attacked for it. Was not Yahweh Shai attacked for it? Of course he was. Isaiah 59. And 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. So when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey automatically. When you say, look, that's evil, that's wicked, I ain't going to be a part of this, I ain't going to be a part of that because it's wicked, I ain't going to be an adulterer, I ain't going to be this, I ain't going to be that directly goes against the scriptures. You make yourself a prey automatically. You know? And for those that sincerely believe, man, we die for this. It is what it is. It's like, this is what we stand on. We're going out on our shield, like Leonidas from 300. What did his wife say to him? Come back with your shield or on it. And that's how we got to be. We got a warrior mindset in this truth. Because when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey automatically, and that's the fact. All right. So back in this article, you can read the rest of it for yourself. I just wanted to point out the heartstring paragraphs that they're pulling. The analysis will look at hatred of women as one of the ideological trends that the government says is gaining traction. And it's funny because, you got like a new movement of like a lot of these women, especially Big Shirley, the so-called black woman, she's getting ignored. No one wants to deal with her. That's why you got the Passport Brothers. They're flying over to like places like Thailand and so on and so forth, because they don't want to deal with you no more. They don't want to deal with your games. I remember the Cheesecake Factory chick, that one that went viral. The Elam looking guy, he took her to the Cheesecake Factory and she was like, Cheesecake Factory? Like that wasn't enough for her. I mean, these people, they're bugged out, man. They're crazy. Nowadays, everyone wants to be a Kardashian. These reality TV shows, everyone wants to be doing what they're doing. But how did Kim Kardashian, how did she get her rise to fame? By that sex tape with Ray J. And she's now a role model for these young women. So this is what I'm saying. So what kind of energy and what kind of spirit is that putting out there for the young women of today? But when you speak out against that now, like you're like you hate women. Automatically you just hate women. Bullshit. Alright. So it's gaining. So basically what they're saying is that this is gaining traction, meaning pretty much the woman is getting blasted. Women that are out of order are going to get blasted. But we went into the definition of misogyny, man. Alright, and we don't hate women. It's as simple as that. Alright, now let's go into the natural order of things. Let's go into the order according to biblical law. And this is why this is happening, is because, that the scriptures say a woman shall compass a man. Let's get Jeremiah 31. And one of the brothers I was speaking to yesterday, shout out to that brother, Shalom, beautiful brother. Amna wa Allah, man. I met him yesterday, he was chopping it up. And he even mentioned the scripture, Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Which that means to go around the man's authority. And we're seeing that left, right, and center in this man's kingdom. Why? Because the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Esau's about promoting everything that's against the scriptures. Alright, so for a woman to compass a man, that's completely off. Alright, according to the biblical order of things. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. So that's the natural order. Alright, Yahweh Shai, the man, then the woman. Okay? And that's what we're teaching. Alright, and the word woman means to serve, be a servant. Alright. So ultimately, you know, this is another dig that they're gonna have at you know, us that are teaching the scriptures. Everything's being labeled extremism now. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Anything's extremism. The moment you open your mouth, you're an extremist now. This whole fucking woke society now. Everyone's woke all of a sudden. Alright? The moment you open your mouth, you can't say that against me. Everyone's woke. Everyone's a woke folk all of a sudden. You can't even speak your mind no more. So that so-called freedom of speech is coming to an end. And ultimately, they're really aiming it for the scriptures. I got one more precept for you. This is Amos. Let me leave you with this. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread or thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of the Lord. There's going to come a time when you ain't going to see us out there on the streets no more. You know, and that's when, you know, Esau pretty much makes this shit mandatory. And then they just start grabbing people up. Handmaid's Tale type of shit. Children and Men. Which that's a good movie. I might even watch that in a minute. But, you know, things are getting like the Purge. Things are going to get like the Purge. Just a minute ago, I went to go to the shop to go and buy some stuff. And I just saw two individuals just going at it head to head. Where you from? Where you from? I was like, these people they're losing it. And the scripture says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So things are getting like the Purge out here. Now they're talking about this Mpox. They're talking about bringing back lockdowns again. Now, what can they do off the back of that crisis? All right, why didn't you have your first guess? On the back of these lockdowns, now they're talking about, vaccination cards, right? In Latvia, Germany, Portugal. Okay, certain parts of the EU, they're talking about, and they're trialing it from the 1st of September. So things are definitely happening. And we have to watch these things. Because, the scripture says when they shall say peace and safety, that's when sudden destruction will come upon them. And they shall wander from sea to sea and from the north even to the east. And they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh and shall not find it. So that's the time that's coming. And you ain't going to be able to find this word no more. And that's why we're doing this work. The scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. So this is a time where you can find the Lord. But there's going to come a time where them doors are going to be shut. Alright, so with that, I just wanted to do a little quick news update on this one. Misogyny to be treated as extremism by UK government. The UK is becoming draconian, man. It's like a police state, totalitarianism, if you will. When you look up that word, totalitarianism, what's the definition of that? It says a system or a government, which the word government means to control the mind. Right? The word govern meaning control and ment meaning mind. It says a system of government that is like, it's funny because I work with this Brazilian Jake and he told me the Brazilian word for mind is mente, govern mente to control the mind, right? Government, all right. It says a system of government that is centralized and dictatorial and requires complete subservience to the state. And they show you that in movies like George Orwell's 1984. And I actually went to the theater to go and see that. And why do you think that they have these things in these movies? It's called predictive programming. They're letting you know what they're going to do. That's totalitarianism right here. So this ain't no conspiracy theory. All right, this ain't made up. We ain't making shit up. The scripture says, about walking circumspectly as wise and not as fools. Redeeming the times because the days are evil. And there's loads of you out there that want to bury your head in the sands about what's going on. But guess what? It ain't going to stop the truth, of what's really happening around us. And people are starting to really understand now, asking questions as to why, the UK government, is really pushing out these draconian and excessive and harsh measures upon the people, because they need chaos in order to establish order. It's called Hegelian dialectic, pressure from above and pressure from beneath. It's called problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, and then the solution is more draconian measures, and the ultimate solution is going to be the chip. All right, what's that film with Will Smith, Enemy of the State? Yeah, you're going to be an enemy of the state. That's that dictatorial and complete subservience to the state type of energy, totalitarianism. So the UK is becoming more totalitarianism, man. All right. Anyway, with that, shalom to the elect.